mga ginagamit ninyo na mga equipo? Saan galing yan?
The live and motion detector, sir, is from the Bureau of Fire Protection, from their search and rescue of collapsed structures, and the other two is from the MMDA, the more updated one. Also used in the collapsed structures, sir, like they're using it also in Turkey. So that's in replacement to the tracking dogs. So kung may taong nabagsakan ng building, halimbawa, sir, they just place it on top. They know if they're still alive.
They are not PNP property.
One is from
Borrowed from other
Yes, sir.
agencies.
Yes.
Hindi galing sa Amerikano.
Sir?
Hindi galing sa Amerikano yan.
Saan, sir?
Hindi galing sa
Amerikano?
Amerikano yan.
Pwede, sir. That's, the live and motion detector model 1 used by the BFP is an old one. It costs 2 million pesos in accordance to the PAR. And the updated one, LM3, used by the MMDA, reportedly cost 9 million each. Sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yung Proton Elix, Your Honor, yung Proton Elix, saan kayo?
Yung Proton Elix, saan galing?
We use the ground penetrating radars loaned from. There were 3 ground penetrating radars loaned from private companies, but the latest one, ground penetrating radar that gave us the latest image, is from the DNR.
DNR.
Yes, sir.
Tapos yung iba private company.
Private company.
So,
We borrowed
kailan kayong tatlo?
4, sir.
Apat?
Yes, sir.
Please continue.
By August 29, likewise, Your Honor, no? Meron na namang mga miniro, mga bantiro. Tingnan niyo pong mga gamit dala nila, oh. I don't know kung magsiserve din sila ng warrant, pero iba ata yung mga dala nila. Eto naman po, kung meron pong tanim bala, meron na namang tanim tao, no? Eto, minor ito, no? Kasi we really raise this concern. Kasi ang takot namin doon sa ginagawa nilang tunnel, baka bigla magsasabi sila, oy, may nakita kaming minor person po dito. So, nakita namin yan, may video yan, minor, dinamitan ng pulis. At kumpirmado namin na sila ang nagpadala kasi nung bumalik siya, sumakay siya doon sa coaster ng PNP. Merong video po niyan.
Who are these people?
I don't know, Your Honor.
No, I was asking General Torre.
Yes, Your Honor. Kanina ko pa gustong to disabuse the mind of Attorney Torion. Para accurate, sir, basahin ko na lang, sir, ang proof. Relevant to. Para lang aking abogado. So that we'll read it from the court. From the revised rules of court, section 10. Rules of criminal procedure, sir. Para ma-disabuse this. Actually, sir, alam ni Attorney Torion, sir, that there's nothing illegal in using the civilians because we will confirm those are civilians that we
So you confirm they are civilians?
Yes, sir. And we did that.
They are not policemen.
They are not policemen, sir, because
But
they
why
are
are you
experts.
authorizing them to wear police uniform?
Just to... Okay, sir. Sir,
Sige,
ladies and gentlemen,
listen. Sige, go ahead.
Section 10, Rules of Court, Rule 113. Ang Section 11 ito, yung palaging alam na natin na palaging inuulit-ulit natin nito yun. Right of the officer to break into building or enclosure. Back one up, Section 10. Officer may summon assistance. An officer making a lawful arrest may orally summon as many persons as he deems necessary to assist him in effecting the arrest. Every person so summoned by an officer shall assist him in effecting the arrest when he can render such assistance without detriment to himself. Allowed by rule, sir. Why are they using the uniform? At that time, I gave them the authorization. That's an exception in Rule 179, Section 179 of the Revised Penal Code, because that is to ease their entry para matapos na lang, sir. Kasi mga aresto naman kami, sir. Mga aresto, rather than arrest these people from KOGC, preventing the entry of people that will legally summon to assist us in effecting this arrest of Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Pinag-reforme na lang namin, sir, para sila ay makapasok ng hindi na pinipigilan.
So you summon the services of these civilians
Yes, sir.
to effect the arrest of Pastor Kibuloy
Yes,
or
sir.
to dig a tunnel below the
To dig the
building?
tunnel, because it is the way for us to break into the tunnel that we suspect Apollo Kibuloy is hiding, sir. That's also in relation to Section 11, which gives the peace officer the right to break into any building or enclosure to effect the arrest, sir.
Don't you think that you have abused this particular provision of the rules of court na overstretching? Kasi, tingnan mo, link of time, 13 days. Where in the world have you effect as warrant of arrest for 13 days staying in a particular place?
Sir, I will cover that in our presentation. After
Sir,
Senator Yun,
okay.
the narrative.
Sir,
Thank you.
if I may, sir.
Babalikan kita niya mamaya pag-present mo. I will ask the same question
Yes, sir.
and I will further ask further question.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
wait, just a little repartee to the, since he is citing a law. I hope the good general would be enlightened that he can invoke that provision when he is making a lawful arrest. In this case, 13 days have already elapsed. There is no lawful arrest yet. When an officer, sir, kanang yung provision na decide niya, aresto, meron yung akusado, siya lang isa. Pare, tulungan mo ako kasi i-aresto natin siya, maski civilian pwede. Ang ginagawa nila, hindi ito applicable yung kanilang proviso. Kasi mga civilian ito, dinadamitan nila, minor pa, tapos hindi para pag-aresto, ang dami na nila. Do they need 5,000 personnel plus civilians just to arrest one person? That's a misreading of the law, overstretching of the law, and that is, I don't know, that requires further seminar in a law school, probably, Your Honor.
Ako, I am not a lawyer. Pero I can hardly believe that you are going to summon the services of this civilian not to arrest Pastor Kibuloy, but to look for Pastor Kibuloy. As you said na ginagamit ninyo yan sa pagtataniling doon, sa paghuhukay, therefore, you are not effecting an arrest. You are looking, you are searching for Pastor Kibuloy. Pag nahirapan kang mag-aresto ng tao, you can summon the services of other people. Tulungan niyo ako dito, ayaw police officer. Hulihin po itong tao, malaki ito masyado. Tulungan niyo ako, makasummon ka ng services ng ibang tao. Pag-aresto, but not to look for Pastor Kibuloy as stated in that rules of court.
Mr. Chair.
General Torre, you respond. Pareho tayong police, pareho tayong hindi abogado.
Sir, that will be covered in the presentation, sir. We assure you
Okay.
that it will be covered.
Sige, later.
Chair, may I just say, may I just point out something? That even though it has gone through ridiculous lengths, you look at the face of General Torre, and what you will see is the face of someone who doesn't care. His interpretation right now is the only thing that matters. Siya ang batas. And that was how we have experienced him all these days. Yung capricho, yung whims, yung very tyrannical, ako ang batas. Kahit nakaharap mo na yung mga senador, nagbe-behave ka lang dyan, no? But in reality,
Please address your
Mr. Chair.
statement to the chairman
Mr. Chair,
o
so-
direkta sa kanya.
yes, Mr. Chair, sorry.
Yeah.
So ganun lang yan, Mr. Chair. That's all I want to say, really, that it's very, even though it has gone through ridiculous lengths, no? For him, if what he believes and what we've experienced, no, is that his interpretation is the one that matters and it will be the one that will get followed. Wala nang rule of law. Lahat iikutin through ridiculous lengths.
Your observation is very valid and I am taking note of that. Thank you. I would like to ask Yusik, Lord Villanueva, about your interpretation. Lahat tayo dito nag-interpret nitong rules of court. Yung sinabi ni General Torre, ayoko nang tanungin si General Attorney Torreon dahil he is from the opposing party. I presume you are neutral. Pwede ko bang, using that particular provision of the rules of court, pwede ko bang isumon yung mga civilian para hanapin si Pastor Kibuloy, magdidig ng tunnel doon? Can I do that?
Your Honor, the standard established by the rules of court is reasonableness. So in this case, if the PNP has reasonable ground to believe that indeed the pastor is hiding underground and through their instruments and through their machines, they have reasonable ground to believe that he is indeed underground, then the rules of court allow the peace officer, the police officer, to break in to an enclosure. So by that interpretation, sir, breaking in would include perhaps tunneling or digging to reach the enclosure where it is reasonably
I
believed.
am not asking about the reasonableness. I am asking you about summoning the services of the civilian in order to arrest Pastor Kibuloy. He is not, the act is not actually making the arrest. The act is searching for Pastor Kibuloy. So can I ask these people to help me dig a tunnel to look for Pastor Kibuloy, then eventually arrest him?
Your Honor, the provision does not place a limitation as to the time when this summoning of assistance would be given. So I would respectfully disagree with the contention that this must be done at the very moment that the person to be arrested is cited. It could be done in the process of breaking into the enclosure where the person to be arrested is believed to be found. That is my respectful opinion, po, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Human rights. You're a lawyer, ma'am? RB, human rights?
Yes po, Your Honor. But
Can you share with us your thoughts on this?
judging from the arguments from both parties, pero medyo nalito na rin po ako because I'm no longer a legal expert as to this matter. But may I, the President of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines here in Davao City, may I pass the ball to her?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please, President of the IBP, Davao City, Attorney Aiza Kanda. You have the floor, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I have a different opinion with regard to Section 10 of Rule 113. My understanding with respect to this article is that the officer is actually in the act of making the arrest. And he may call, of course, as many assistants as he can, but with what's happening now with KOJC, there are thousands of them inside the premises. So what's the point of asking a civilian to assess or to assist in the arrest? So, in the actual of making a lawful arrest, they are still searching. They are still searching in the vicinity. So, they are asking for help.
That is why I'm trying to make a distinction between the act of arresting and the act of searching.
Yes.
That's why I want to establish the difference between the two.
Yes.
So, yun nga. So,
So, my opinion is
your
that
opinion.
he
Right.
can ask for assistance in the act of actually doing the actual arrest and not in the search of or effecting the search of the arrest or the search of the person to be arrested.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Ito, magaling ito na abogado. Ito, kung respeto ko yung opinion nito. Commissioner Alberto Bernardo, sir, please share with us your thoughts on this. In relation to the police operational procedures that we are observing in the PNP and the NAPOLCOM. Please continue.
Maraming po salamat pa, Ginoong Tagapangulo. Yung arrest po kasi is a continuing act. Kung yung tao po polite, tumatakas, yung pagtugon sa kautusan ng warrant, ng arrest warrant is a continuing act also. Kaya kung naniniwala po ang kapulisan na nandoon sa ilalim, merong bunker doon, continuing act po yun. Kaya makukonsider natin na yung ginagawa ng police is furtherance of the arrest. Kaya kung gagamit po ng gadget ng LMD, yun ho ang magtutukoy para gumawa ng paghuhukay at pagtukoy doon sa tao. Kaya sa tingin ko po, with all due respect doon sa colleague, continuing act po kasi, kaya hindi po static yun na tapos yung arrest pag nakita mo yung tao. Kaya kung yung gadget po naniniwala sila nasa kabilang kwarto, ginamit po natin ito sa Marawi alam natin nasa kwarto siya, yung terrorism, continuing acting yun. Ganun din po rito, kung nagtatago yung tao sa ilalim, continuing act, kaya kasama po yun sa pagtugon doon sa service of warrant. Yun
Thank
po
you.
yung humble.
Alam mo, if we are going to continue with that continuing act, the occupation of the PNP on the KOGC will continue on and on and on and on. Do you agree with me? Until they define the physical body of Pastor Kibuloy. Do you agree with me?
Yung naulat po kanina, kung wala na pong budget, kaya ng ginawa po natin doon sa Baguio, nung bumuo yung isang hotel doon, kung merong budget na merong pang marirescue rito sa ilalim, dapat patuloy po rin yun. Ganun din po sa pag-aresto. Kung sakaling wala nang ma-detecto na taong merong buhay sa ilalim doon, dapat itigil na rin yun. Kaya magiging basihan po natin yung ginagamit nila doon sa rescue equipment ng DNR, ng MMDA, at ng Bureau of Fire Protection. Sila po ang magsasabi, yun po yung
Alam mo,
reason po test po.
Ako, bilang isang dating pulis, nakikita ko yung reasonableness na sabi natin ay talagang masyadong subjective. Kung ako, gusto kong i-occupy yung QJC forever ko rin sasabihin na may heartbeat ako nadidetect. So, hanggang saan ito ngayon? Ako forever ko talaga gusto kong i-occupy yan The mere fact na nagdala ako ng 3,000 na pulis dyan, may intensyon talaga ako i-occupy yan. Yung buong grounds na yan. So sabihin ko forever, heartbeat dito ngayon, hinukay, wala. O may heartbeat na ako na-detect doon. Who will police the police? Pagdating sa bagay na yan.
Yun po ay pwede nang iakyat sa husgado. Kung sa tingin po ng husgado ay hindi na to reasonable, i-lift po yung execution ng warrant of arrest. Magbibigay po ng mga kondisyon yung husgado na hindi na rin tama yun. Ito po hindi po kasi judgment call yung magiging basihan po ng continuation ng execution ng warrant.
No, pwedeng judgment call yan. Sabihin ng police na it's my judgment na nandyan pa si Pastor Kibuloy. Who will be against me? Hindi nga, kung ako, sabi ko, nandyan pa rin yan. Sigurado ako. Walang katapusan. Thank you, Attorney. Thank you. Attorney DOJ, City Prosecutor, Attorney Saniel, can we hear from you? That's why we invited you, because we need your opinions here. Please.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat, sir. Mr. Chair. Hindi po ako authorized magbigay ng opinion on that matter. Can I be allowed to defer on that comment, sir?
Huwag kang tuwang-tuwa kayo dyan, pumalak pa kayo. Ano pala siya? Prosecutor ka?
Yes, sir.
What's the difference between the prosecutors and other people from DOJ who are giving their opinion in our previous hearings?
Sir, in my capacity, sir, is about the trafficking case that was...
Trafficking?
Yes, sir, yung number 3 item, sir.
I thought being a prosecutor, you are prohibited from giving your legal opinion on this matter.
Yes, sir, in my capacity,
In your
sir.
capacity as a
Yes, sir.
prosecutor.
I cannot give my opinion, sir, on this matter, sir.
So itong ibang taga-DOJ sa Senado na nagbibigay ng opinion, they are not prosecutors.
They are part of the DOJ, sir, but they are authorized to give their opinion, sir.
Thank you.
Salamat, sir.
Sino pang abogado dyan na pwede magbigay ng
Ako po, Your Honor, malapit na po. Mag-aral po ako next time.
Sige,
Your Honor,
tingnan natin.
opo, hindi po ako abogado pero common sense po, Your Honor. Huwag natin paikot-ikutin po, with due respect, na POLCOM, DOJ, DILG, the generals here, and the colonels
Ay,
po.
please do not direct your
Yes po, sorry po, Your Honor.
Oh, kasi ako'y nakiusap sa kanila na mag-share na kanilang opinion tapos bigla mo silang personalin sila isa-isa.
Opo, Your
That will
Honor.
be against the ethics of this committee.
Sorry po, Your Honor.
Please.
It's my mistake po.
Thank you. Right. Just,
Tumatanggap naman po kami ng mali pag nagkamali po kami.
okay.
Salamat po, Your Honor. I think it's an insult to the 3,000 strong men of PNP with the elite forces, special action force. Tapos tutugisin mo isang individual lang. Mag-hire ka pa ng hindi pulis, damitan mo po ng pulis. Your Honor, papayag ko po ba? Yung uniform niyo po is papasusot sa hindi po pulis. Wala pong limit. For example, pwede ko pong sabihin, kung ako si General Torre, I can hire 1,000 civilians. Pasok kayo dito sa compound. I-search natin.
Ganito kasi yan. I'm not reading their minds, no? Pero siguro sa expertise, you have 3,000 policemen na hindi mga minero, hindi marunong maghukay, hindi marunong maghanap ng bina. Ito siguro, hinahir nila yung mga tao na yun because talaga magaling yun sa paghukay. Ang gusto nating masettle nito ngayon, yung paggamit sa kanila sa paghuhukay at paghahanap doon sa kay Pastor Kibuloy ay yung kaya nga tinatanong natin yung mga legal opinions ng ating mga lawyers dito, yung ba justified? Justified ba? As far as the use of uniform, police uniform, inamin naman ni General Torre that he authorizes the use of the uniform. He authorized the use of uniform for easy access papasok doon sa loob ng
Your Honor,
kingdom.
Your Honor, kunwari may mga NPA, criminal, pwedeng gamitin po yan papasok sa loob. Paano pa namin ma-check po, Your Honor? Anybody can do that. Wala po, kasi naka-uniform na eh.
Oh, pero NPA naman yun, mag-aaway ba itong kawakaaway ba itong police at saka
Mga eskalawag at preso po, pwede pong damitan po yan, papasukin po sa loob, Your Honor. Ano pong control po dyan? Authorized pala eh.
Kaya nga natin ngayon tinatakil yan dahil nga dito tayo ngayon sa arrest at saka sa search paggamit ng tao. Ako, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a lawyer pero ginamit nila yung tao para mag-search, maghanap kay Pastor Kibuloy, hindi para mag-aristo kay Pastor Kibuloy. On the contrary, the opinion of our lawyers, Napolcom and other lawyers, nagsasabi na continuing yung act of arresting Pastor Kibuloy. Matagal na debate ito. Anyway, hindi ka pa matapos. narinig ko na yung side mo, pero continue ka sa presentation mo.
Sir?
We will leave that matter at usapan na yung mamaya. Attorney, ang abogado pa.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just with respect to the fact that Section 11 is very clear when they are making an arrest. Unfortunately, there is no arrest yet here. And then one, they use a child,
Wala.
they use insignia. Sir, I just want to point out, sir, that the allowing persons who are not police to use police insignia is a violation of Article 179 of the Revised Penal Code. Plus, a second thing, sir, is the fact that they use a child, a minor, to use that. That is again child abuse. I just want to point out that to the
Thank you. General Torre, bakit ba kayo gumamit ng minor? Kung digging ang purpose nyo doon mag-hukay, bakit babae ba yun? Pero babae yun. Lalaki ba yun? Minor, bakit kayo gumamit ng minor?
Your Honor, I do believe at this point in time na wala namang nag-establish na minor. Those are all allegations. And I can categorically say na walang minor dun, sir. Baka mukhang bata lang.
Mukhang bata, pero
Mukhang bata lang, but really,
for the record,
sir, na.
for the record, pinasok mo yun
It's
for the
what-
purpose of digging or
Yes,
for
sir.
the purpose of baka mamaya ang apprehension nila is gagamitin na naman ninyo doon sa loob na parang victim of trafficking na naman.
Of course not, sir. The
Pero yung apprehension nila, ha? Pero for the record, I'm saying it for the record.
instruments indicate that our targets could be 4 meters below ground. And I believe that we need experts on this matter, especially on digging this hole, because we want to ensure that these people have the experience. That's something that the police does every day. So who are the people who knows and has the experience on digging? Minero, sir.
So, with that explanation of yours, it is the impression of this committee that you admit that you really did a digging below the JMC.
Yes, sir. It's part of our presentation later on, sir. And that's a presentation, sir.
Kaya, inadmit mo.
Yes, sir.
Kala ko hindi mo admit. I am ready to cite you in contempt kung hindi mo
Yes.
admit. Ako mismo, you have no way to lie before me because ako mismo, pinuntahan ko kanina sa inspection kanina, hinukay namin doon, very fresh pa yung simento na ginawa at nung natanggal yung simento, yung mga kabilya na nilagay doon, hindi kabilya na construction na related ba kabilya, kundi kung saan lang napulot na kabilya yon. And yung lupa is very loose. But then, that's immaterial anymore to discuss about that because you admit that you did the digging below that the basement of GMC
Yes, sir.
building.
Yes, sir. I have lots of bosses who are class 87, and they can testify on the kind of destruction that piece of Cadet First Class Bato de la Rosa, sir, can come to them if they violate the rules, sir. So I really will not dare to do that and lie to you.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yes, Bishop, because it pains me to cite you in contempt if I need to do that because you are the regional director of this particular police regional office of this region. And that would be a slap on the PNP kapag ang kanilang boss ay na-cite in contempt ng isang committee hearing because of lying and false testifying falsely before the committee.
Yes, sir.
I hate to do that.
Yes, sir.
Please make sure that you don't lie to this
It
committee.
will be part of the presentation, sir. And even the future diggings is included there, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Meron pa yung future digging.
Mr. Chair.
It's included in the presentation, sir.
Mr. Chair.
I'll show you, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Sandali ha. Unahin ko muna si Jason sa nauna nag-kwan.
Salamat po.
Okay.
I just want to know from the chair whether the digging was in accordance with the law. I'd like to ask, therefore, the chair to ask the PNP whether they secured a digging permit because the structural integrity of the building, which carried preschool, kindergarten, elementary students, high school students, college students, postgraduate, nangangani po ang buhay nila. Kung sa integrity ng gusali, kung ito ay magkakaroon ng konting pag-inog ng mundo. Kung sabihin siya pa, huwag mulinog taon, at sa mga punito ng mga batang gagmay, nawa magigit sila ibang kaagan, anang maumbang itabo. Where did they secure a permit from the building official of the city, Mr. Chair?
General Torre,
Sir,
the question is, did you secure a digging permit from the building officials of the city of Davao or any permit from the DNR for that matter?
No,
Did you
sir.
do that?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir. Mr.
Thank you
Chair.
for that answer.
Mr. Chair, may I?
So, it's noted by this committee that he did not secure any permit
Mr.
from
Chair.
any pertinent and competent government agency that is regulating the digging operations.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Attorney Fuentes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, considering that he hired civilians, may we know the names of the civilians that he hired for the digging, sir?
So, you should understand that their property was negatively impacted by the digging operations. That's why they are looking for the names of those people responsible in the digging. So, since ikaw ang nag-recruit noon, please give us the name. Submit to this committee.
Mr. Chair? Yes, Mr. Chair, we will...
Ilan yun? Ilan yun?
I have lost track, maybe around 7 or 6.
7.
Mr. Chair. But we will provide it to you and just consult my...
Please, before this hearing ends, please submit to this
But
committee.
I would like to state for the record, Your Honor, that everything that they did is under my responsibility. I take responsibility for their actions.
You are the commander. You should assume all responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Mr. Chair.
Assume all the responsibility. You are the commander.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Yeah, fine. Building official of Davao City.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Kas Tung Yali.
Again.
Right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. May I ask General Torre if during the time of excavation and all of the construction activities done in the basement, was there a professional engineer architect supervising over the work being done?
Thank you. You heard the question. Please answer.
Yes, sir. We have structural engineers and
Sino? Regional Engineering
Yes, sir.
Service mo?
we have one civil, one architect, and one structural engineer, sir. I'll cover everything in the presentation, sir.
Ano doon sa presentation mo, sir?
Chair.
Meron sa engineer.
That question came about because earlier when General Torre was talking, he said they hired the experts for digging, which were yung mga minero. In my opinion, that's hindi siguro tama. Yung eksperto natin doon is yung minero. And if yung safety, yung like it was mentioned earlier in the rules of court, yung breaking in, Your Honor, humingi kasi ako ng opinion from NBCDO, National Building Code Development Office, yung executive officer nila. I asked if yung breaking in doon is applicable to the breaking of building or demolition of any part thereof. According to the commissioner, ang sabi niya sa akin is, yung breaking in can apply to breaking of a door or a window to access a building. However, yung act of demolition or breaking structural parts of a building is a regulated activity and it should need a permit or order from the court na will order perhaps the building official to give assistance to whoever is undertaking the job. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Noted. Sino yun? Sino yung tinanong ko?
Si Attorney Belderol, sir.
Sino siya?
National Building Code Development Office. I think he's the executive director or currently, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Well noted. Well noted.
Mr. Chair, in connection with this, considering that I am the chairman of the board of the Jose Maria College Foundation Incorporated, if ever there is going to be any structural damage to the building of JMC, is the police willing to pay for the damages due to the digging that they caused?
I presume they have to pay kung mayroong court order ordering them to pay whatever damages that they have done. Am I correct, General Torre?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Bayaran nila. Kung you file the corresponding case and pag na desisyon na ng korte, bayaran natin sa PNP.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Right.
A few days ago, General Torre was in a press con, and he very clearly stated that there was no digging. He denied that he nagdig ang PNP, and he said that excavation didn't exist, and he also said that those were just Photoshop pictures.
Okay. But that statement was not given before this committee.
Yes,
Before you.
yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Before the public.
In a
Before the
press con,
public.
he said it in a press con. So, Mr. Chair, this again is the problem, that he maybe can tell the truth to you, but once you leave,
For fear of
Fear, yes.
becoming
yes,
being cited in contempt.
yes,
Because I am serious in my job. I don't care kung sino man, basta if you testify falsely before this committee, I have to cite you in contempt.
yes, Mr. Chair, but unfortunately not all of us are senators, and the Filipino people are not senators, and he blatantly lied to the Filipino people about it.
Will you please respond, General Torre? Why did you lie before the Filipino people that You did not do such digging.
Sir, masyado tayong nasa sidetrack. Hindi ko maintindihan, sir, ang sinasabi ni Dr. Badoy.
Hindi,
Kung kailang ginawa, sir, I did not do that.
Napakasimple lang.
I did not do that, sir.
Hindi ka
I did not do that and I did not say that.
na
If you present to me the video, maybe I can review it. But right now, there's no video presented except for the statement of Dr. Badoy, who is delaying the presentation of Attorney Torion.
Okay. Can you please give me that video?
Mr. Chair,
Huh?
we had the press con 2 days ago, he even challenged Attorney Torion to prove it.
Ang sabi kasi niya sa press con, he has to, that's the allegation of Attorney Torion, and he should prove it in court, and he should prove it, walang in court, he should prove it because nasa Photoshop naman yan. Parang Photoshop na yan. Yun po, sabi niya.
Sige, last response before we proceed para
Sometimes I'm really thinking that they don't want to proceed with their presentation. But I think that sidetracks the issue. Because as to the moment, sir, Dr. Badoy is just
Wait.
making an allegation, sir.
this committee
Yes, sir.
does not believe that it hijacks the issue.
Okay, sir.
That issue is very important and very relevant in this investigation.
So the answer, sir, is no. I did not say things that Dr. Badoy is attributing to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Later on, Dr. Badoy,
We're retrieving the press con, Mr. Chair, where he blatantly and clearly stated that there was no excavation and that those were just Photoshop photos.
okay. Noted. Kung meron kayong recordings of palabas natin.
Mr.
Please continue.
One last
Yes.
question regarding sa excavation. Bakit po minadali nila tinabunan kaagad para hindi po nyo makita ng committee po ninyo? Madali po yan, sir. Overnight po, sir. Napakabilis po natabunan kaagad. Kung sabi niya, accountable siya doon sa paghuhukay.
Okay. Let's be frank about it. Bakit niyo tinabunan kagad?
Sir, that will be covered my presentation, sir. Even before, without even the Senate hearing, we will cover it, sir.
Wait for your
Yes, sir.
presentation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Continue.
So after that, Your Honor, though we have strong reservations to the legal opinion of our respected government officers, Your Honor, and I am really concerned with the legal opinions that they expressed, no, knowing that they represent the Department of Justice. But anyway, we will continue, Your Honor. At 9 p.m. again, Your Honor, we already covered that. This is on August 29. Unidentified men again were entering, and some had very long haircuts, no? And one was with Bird and escorted by the PNP to the compound. But that's covered already. So let's go to August 30, Honor, at 9 a.m. No, the police through PRO 11 Logistics Office once again attempted to cart away. They wanted to get PKOJC fire truck. No, good that lawyer was present there, and they would have been able to seize the fire truck, Your Honor. And the respondents here placed their own battery in order to sneak away the fire truck. No? And at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on August 30, there were two PNP choppers, and General Torre was clearly on board because he was shown, Your Honor, some cameras had strong power to capture who, even if they are meters away. And I think General Torre admitted that he was on board the chopper, no? But the problem is that it hovered too low, and we had reasons to believe that it was purposive, Your Honor, because of the solar panel installed at the top of the building. We had reasons to believe that they were thinking that the solar panels were supplying electricity to the imaginary bunker that they have made the public believe is existing, but despite 14 days, they have not been able to locate. What actually transpired is that our solar
me.
panels, Your Honor.
Excuse me. General Torre, did you intentionally instruct the pilot of the chopper to go low so that in order to destroy that solar panels?
No, sir. For that, sir, we deeply apologize, and we are willing to pay the KOJC regarding the solar panel if we really cause that the destruction of that panel.
Thank you.
Because for one, sir, that will be a very dangerous maneuver
Yeah.
for us. Because
Kayo ang pasahero dyan, delikado.
yes, sir.
Pag lumipad yung solar panel, tumama doon sa helicopter ninyo,
Of course, sir.
sabog kayo.
Yes, sir. Obviously.
Please continue.
So the word of General Torre would bind the PNP that they will pay, Your Honor.
Yes, they will pay.
Thank
They
you,
will pay.
Your Honor. So proceeding from that, Your Honor, This also, Your Honor, is very concerning because one alleged policeman, Your Honor, was dressed as a policeman using police uniform, but it turned out to be a former member of the KOJC who testified during the Senate investigation, Your Honor. And his name is Edward Masayon, but he was made to wear as if his last name was Esclito. And this is really concerning, Your Honor, because the police is allowing certain members, former members, disgruntled members who testified even against the accused as one of their alleged policemen. May we ask General Torre about this, Your Honor?
You answer the question.
What is their issue, sir?
Yung former member ng QJC na pinasuot niyo ng uniforme at pinapasok doon sa loob.
Are they admitting, sir, that Edward Masayon is a former member of the KOJC?
Huh?
Are they admitting that Edward Masayon is a former member of the KOJC?
It's written there, sir.
So, yeah.
So
They admit.
that bolsters our allegation that we have credible informants regarding the presence of Pastor Apollo Kibuloy.
So meaning, yung si Basayon, ang source of information mo.
One of the many.
One. Kailan ito tiniwalag? Kailan niyo tiniwalag ito from QJC? Kailan ito?
Your Honor, because of course, if we want to get information from, we want to get information as to the whereabouts of Pastor Kibuloy, we cannot get it from our other resource persons from the other end of the table because they're all believers of Pastor Apollo Kibuloy.
Okay.
I think you will get the drift, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Kailan niyo ito tiniwalag sa church niyo?
Matagal na sir, kasi
How many years?
I'm not sure. I'll check. We'll check with our HRMD kasi lahat naman po nung umaalis sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ, meron po yung process at meron pong memo. So, before this, matatapos to, ang tanong, yung mga tinatawag nila na witnesses nila at mga nag-i-intel kung nandun talaga si Pastor Kibuloy. Tama ba, sir? Tatanong ko lang po, Mr. Chair, kung dadamitan nila ng pulis, at hindi pa napapatunayan kung sino.
Well, since General Torre admits that pinasuot nila ng uniform, did admit na pinasuot yung uniform yan? Okay. In-admit nila yan na pinasuot nila yung uniform para makapasok doon sa loob. Then, nasa inyo na yan. Pwede nyo kasuhan yung nagsuot ng uniform at saka yung nagpapasuot ng uniform because he is not a policeman. So, we have prevailing laws prohibiting such act. So, bahala na kayo.
Okay. Thank you
In-admit
po.
naman niya in open na hearing na siyang nag-authorize. Okay,
Thank you po.
please continue.
2016 po siya. 2016.
2016. So, 6 years ago. Or 8 years ago. So, do you think yung kanyang informasyon ay still updated and reliable?
Sir, actually, ganito yon. Yung mga ginamit nila na siguro mga intel nila or asset, kasi minamask nila talaga. Tapos, syempre, pinapapasok. Although alam namin, yan, mga dissidents yan yung mga false witnesses nila. Tapos pinapapasok nila. Noong, kukwento ko lang sa saglit, nagsisearch na sila sa quarters namin, particularly my room. Hindi lang 20 times sila bumalik. Kaya nga, as now, hindi ako bumabalik sa room. Mayroon siyang kausap, ma'am, nandito na kami sa loob. Meaning to say, may nagdidiktar. Yun nga lang, yung mga umalis na, yung mga dissidents, yung mga false witnesses nila, matagal nang wala doon. Dumaan na yung COVID, dumaan na lahat kung ano-ano pa mga changes namin sa mga rooms namin, hindi na nila kabisado. Kaya, si General Torre litong-lito, ang ilang beses na siyang bumalik. Particularly my room, admittedly, because may lagusan talaga yun. May lagusan papunta sa main quarters dati, sa quarters ni Pastor, yung room ko. And they have violated it at, I don't know how many times anymore. May nagdidikta. Pabalik-balik, may nagdidikta. Hindi nila alam, nag-iiba. Siyempre, may mga changes tayo sa may mga renovations kami. So yung mga intel nila, yung mga asset nila, yung mga dati na obsolete na, sir. Kaya ngayon, ang dami nila hinahanap. Mali-mali na, sir, eh. Yun doon.
Talagang this committee believes na yung kalang informant ay palpak.
As in failure.
Hindi nila nakuha si Pastor Kibuloy.
Opo, mission failure.
Mali yung information na binigay.
Sir, ilang libo na po sila. Doon na. Tapos, dapat isang araw mahanap na nila. Tapos, 13 days na. Doon na sila nakatira lahat. Yan lang naman ang ano namin dito sa committee. Maraming salamat, sir.
Please continue, Atty. Torre, kasi meron silang pre-prepared. Pakinggan
Okay,
natin sila.
we're now on August 30, Honor, I believe. August 29 pa ba tayo? Yeah? Ayan, we're finished with that. And then, Day 7, Your Honor. At 2:30 at August 30. This time, Your Honor, again, this proves that they are really on a fishing expedition. And the reasonable belief theory would really be questionable, Your Honor, because at 2:30 p.m., again, they attempted to enter KOJC property in the Prayer Mountain located at Barangay Tamayong, Kalinan, Davao City without any document being presented. And they even attempted to enter the said premises because one of the policemen said that they were searching for Pastor Apollo Sigibuloy. And that proves, Your Honor, that the arrest warrant here has been used as an excuse to provide some legal color to their illegal activities because this property, Your Honor, is located more than 50 kilometers away from the KOJC compound. Next slide, please. And then at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, SWAT team, Your Honor, strongly insisted to be allowed entry into the compound. And accordingly, they were there to allegedly help and take control of egress and ingress, including they attempted to take control of the scanner of Gate 18, Your Honor. It was an attempted expropriation. Luckily, the lawyers and members of the KOJC insisted that there is no proper basis for sequestration or even expropriation, Your Honor. But they continued to sit in the area for a long time, Your Honor, despite the fact that the proper usage of the SWAT team in cases of under the PNP memorandum circulars, Your Honor, is not present. So tensions grew because the number of SWAT forces increased, and but in fairness also to the SWAT team, they did not insist. Also, they did not really take over the what's called the scanning machine, but they just attempted to do that. No, and then the KOJC Cathedral continued to be under their control, and despite requests from the lawyers to go inside, they were denied. Next slide, please. Day 8, Your Honor, and here the talk of the members is that they were already engaged in treasure hunting because, as you can see, the persons inside are no longer policemen really, but abanteros, Your Honor, civilians. And they turned our school as their boarding houses because the pictures were taken that they were taking a bath at the building, people wearing shorts and t-shirts, and they were sleeping on the hallway, and literally almost everywhere in the compound, Your Honor. And at 9 to 10 a.m. on August 31, while the police seemed to convince the public and their superiors that they have positively found the bunker, there was a talk that they already found the bunker, no? But again, they seemed to send the wrong idea because the proton helic was used even in the garden, Your Honor, of KOJC, several meters away from the GMC compound. And then at 9:30 a.m., Your Honor, that is our school, Your Honor, and they are sleeping in the hallway because of their sheer number. Some are using the classrooms. And a teacher, while cleaning, found a bullet at the GMCFI building, Your Honor, second floor. The next slide, please. And actually here, we have reasons to believe that they were using really the arrest warrant as some form of a legal excuse to justify their perpetuation of stay in the KOJC compound. And if you note, Your Honor, they attempted to enter a minor, and if you notice also on TV, they introduced alleged victims of human trafficking, the two victims, Your Honor. But it turned out to be a dud because one of the alleged victim, the woman, turned out to be a member of the KOJC for 10 years, and the daughter was only concerned of her safety. And when she tried to enter the compound, asking for clearance, she was prevent po. Pero nung narinig na medyo concerned siya sa kanyang mama, ni-refer po sa kanilang mga higher ups. At yun ang naging istorya, victims po ng human trafficking. No? At yun ang na-news. It painted a very bad background against us and against the KOJC. But it turned out that the information was not true. And these individuals already executed affidavits that they were not victims of human trafficking. No? And then there was also talk on this day that mayroon namang ipasok na sex slave o Pastor Kibuloy. Dito yung lumabas yung mga fake news na may hidden room, may mga secret chamber, sex layers, news which were aired without getting the side of KOJC members. And we already wrote letters to these media outfits and requested them to take down these news items which did not follow journalistic ethics. Next slide, please. And then in the morning, they even attempted, Your Honor, clearly offending religious feelings because all KOJC members already know that Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy has a warrant of arrest. Yet they printed, a tarpaulin and even posted it at the gate 18 of the compound. Luckily, Attorney Adam Zambangan intercepted the same and had it removed. No? And they also tried to set up a tent within the property of the KOJC, but because of the objections of the petitioners, the officers decided not to continue with it. No? And then they, again, police K9 units arrived at the compound on this day. And on September 1, this was the 39th anniversary of the Feast of the Passover. Actually, the day before this, Your Honor, I responded to the text message of General Torre to probably if we can talk. So I responded, yes, we can talk, and we went to a hotel, Your Honor, and I was accompanied by the head executive of KOJC. The purpose of which, actually, Your Honor, is to request him to use at least for one day the cathedral so that they can exercise their religious rights and celebrate properly the 39th anniversary of the Feast of the Passover, which is actually one of the main celebrations being conducted by the KOJC every year. Now, he referred me to, he told me, discuss that with Colonel Marantan. And we discussed the matter with Colonel Marantan. And we were given three choices, Your Honor. One in the cathedral and one facing the cathedral and another one fronting the kingdom. And Colonel Marantan was honest enough to tell us that it's beyond him. He will consult his superiors. But his superiors, Your Honor, denied our request to use the cathedral. And we were made to use the KOJC compound, the area, cemented area fronting the kingdom. And as you know, the vagaries of nature would prevent us to use it during the morning and lunchtime and in the early afternoon because of too much heat. So the main program started late in the afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, go ahead. The video of the press con of General Torre where he denies that there is an excavation is ready right now. And I'm also holding a Philstar, a GMA News Online article. Ang title po, Hole Dug at KOJC Compound, the Cops Deny Allegation. This is September 4. And ang sabi dito, sir, the alleged digging has reportedly reached 8 meters and the PRO 11 was quick to deny the allegation. Quote, yan sa digging na yan, allegation ni Attorney Torion yan. Let him prove it. Pro 11 Director Brigadier General Nicholas Torres said. So he's lying blatantly here in Senate, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, maybe play the video.
Yeah, when? Please play the video. Malabo. Pwede lakasan ng volume?
Hanggang ngayon, meron tayong mga
Klaro. Hindi nyo kaya?
Sandali lang, sir.
Mr. Chair. the copy of the link of the GMA News Online where he is caught lying to you, I will send it.
Okay. Please.
Very clearly lying, Mr. Chair.
Correct. Kung sinabi niya, hindi totoo yung digging niya sa highway natin, inamin niya, he was lying doon sa yung presko na yan. And with that, tanungin natin bakit nagbago yung stand niya. Bakit noon, dinay niya, at ngayon inaamin niya na existing talaga yung ginawa nilang digging.
Mr. Chair.
Can you respond?
I'm still waiting for the Sabi, hindi na pa playing nga sir. Andiyan sir, let's wait for it.
Sandali lang, nakili kasi, hindi
Sir,
na
sir.
marinig. Sige lang, you reserve your answer after marinig natin ito, klaro.
Yes sir.
Ha? You can sit
I
down.
really wonder sir if attorney Torino would really like to continue because parang nasa side of tayo sir.
As I have said, this is my committee. I decide what to listen and what not to listen. Okay? Importante yan eh. Sige lang. Kaya na ninyo para maklaro natin.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
just a short manifestation while they are preparing for the video.
Okay.
Ilang araw na po, simula nung sila pumasok ng ika-24 ng buwan ng Agosto. Ang buong property po ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ ay mga 30 hektarya or 300,000 square meters. Kung doon na lang ho sa conservative estimate na 3,000 yung pulis na po ginamit para hanapin at arestuhin si Mr. Kibuloy, that would be 100 square meter bawat isang pulis. Mas malaki pa po yung 100 square meter dito sa kwartong ito. Common sense will tell us 23 hectares lang pala, I'm corrected, Mr. Chair. But even assuming a gwendo that it's 30 hectares or 300,000 square meter divided by 3,000 policemen, that would only be 100 square meter. Yung pong 100 square meter, Mr. Chairman, kahit isang oras lang ho, mahalupog na natin yung kaliit-liitang bahagi ng kwartong ito. So, kung ilang araw na po lumipas at hindi pa rin nila nakita, kung ganun sila karami, ewan ko, ako po hindi dalubasa sa mathematics, bagamat ang lahat ng grado ko po ay 98 sa math.
Dali lang. Ilang story, ilang floors yung highest building ng QGC? Ilang floors?
Minister Katil, ilang palapag daw yung pinakamatangga? 4 floors. 5 including the rooftop, sir.
Including the rooftop.
Sa 23... Sige po.
Yung 30 mo kanina,
Opo.
granting na yung buong 30 hectares is covered with 5 floors. So, multiply mo.
Hindi po, sir. Kasi kinorek na po ako. 23 hectares lang daw.
23.
Oo.
But still, it took them 13 days.
Kaya nga po. Pagpalagay na natin, sir, Mr. Chairman, na 200 square meter bawat isang pulis. Siguro naman sa isang araw, sir, kaya na nating libutin yon. Ano po?
Correct.
Yun naman po manifestation po, sir.
Yeah. But again, we will receive their answer that they have reasonable ground to believe that Pastor Kibuloy is still there underneath the surface because of that heartbeat na ina-insist nila. So ngayon, after presentation nila, we will deal on that issue. Before we, my colleagues here are agreeing with me that before we disperse, before we suspend this hearing, we can get the final assurance from the PNP kung hanggang ilang araw sila dyan. Dahil otherwise, if we will leave this issue hanging, then masisira ang credibility natin dito. Hindi lang credibility ng PNP, kundi pati tayo. Pati itong committee na ito. Mawalan din ang credibility dito. Reklamuhin natin ito ngayon. Before you continue, I would like to acknowledge Senator Bongo. You have the floor, Your Honor.
Salamat. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. No? Kanina nandun po ako sa inspection. Kaya lang po, meron po akong previous schedule na 3 weeks ago pa po. Biglaan tong pagpatawag ng hearing ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Kaya sinamahan namin siya rito. Ang trabaho po ng isang senador ay hindi lang po isang mambabatas. Trabaho namin, legislation, constituency at representation. At ako naman nakikita nyo, Lunes hanggang Linggo po ako nagtatrabaho. Parang pingpong na tong buhay ko. At kung ano po makakatulong sa ating mga kababayan, no? Lalong-lalo na po dito sa Davao. Dahil ako, bata pa ako, maalala ko talaga noon pa. Tahimik tong Davao. Magulo to, mga early 1980s, nung naging mayor na po si former president, former mayor, tahimik na po ang buhay dito. It used to be known as the most livable city in the Philippines, no? Tahimik po ang buhay dito. At hindi po magiging successful yan, hindi po dahil sa ating mga kapulisan. Hindi magagawa ni Mayor Duterte yung trabaho niya, kundi po dahil sa inyo. Kaya kanina nakita ko si General Torre. Naalala ko lang po, ito, nasubaybayan ko yung career ng ating chairman. Ang posisyon na hindi niya nakamtan bago siya naging Chief PNP ay maging RD po ng regional office ng Region 11. Naging Chief PNP siya pero hindi siya naging RD. So napakahalaga po niya, no? Isa po yan sa pinaka-prestigious na opisina, Regional Director ng Region 11. Anyway, Mr. Chair and resource persons in attendance today, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. I speak before you today not just a mere legislator, but as a voice for justice, fairness, and the protection of human rights. Mr. Chair, sa isang demokratikong bansa tulad ng Pilipinas, napakahalaga po ng maayos na pagpapatupad ng batas. No one is above the law. Sabi nga nila, kung pulis ka, nasa gobyerno na may mataas na katungkulan, o normal na mamamayan, you are not above the law. Mr. Chair, ang maayos na pagpapatupad sa batas ang nagsisilbing pundasyon ng ating tiwala sa gobyerno at nagpapatibay ng ating paniniwala sa isang patas at makatarungang sistema. However, Mr. Chair, when the enforcement of law crosses the line into excessive force, when it is wielded not as a tool for justice but as a weapon of destruction, it is incumbent upon us to speak out. Kaya po kami narito ngayon. Sana po matapos na po itong kaguluhang ito. At dahil po sa nangyari sa KOJC ngayon, magdadalawang linggo na. To be exact, bukas, no? Apektado po ang traffic. At marami pong nagtatanong sa akin sa Maynila, kumusta na kayo sa Davao? Kumusta na ba? Safe bang pumunta ng Davao? Mga turista nagtatanong po sa akin, safe ba bang pumunta sa Davao? Nalulungkot po ako bilang isang Davaoenyo, Mr. Chair, kahit saan ako mapunta. Yan ang tinatanong nila. Ang gulo dito raw, ang gulo doon sa Davao. Mr. Chair, hindi ko po maalala na magulo sa Davao for the past 20 years. Bata pa nga po ako. Sabi ko, tahimik po yung buhay natin dito sa Davao. Nalulungkot po ako sa mga ganitong pangyayari. Hanggang kailan ba ito matatapos? Kaya kami narito para malaman po ang totoo at matapos na ito. Dahil kawawa po yung ordinaryong Pilipino. Kawawa po yung ordinaryong Davaoenyo na gustong mamuhay ng tahimik o pumasyal sa Davao. Sa totoo lang, mas marami po dito sa Davao ang gusto lang po mamuhay ng mapayapa. Walang pakialam sa politika. We just want peace and for this standoff to end. One of the founding fathers, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, whose birthday we just commemorated last August 30, once said, "The perfection of humanity is not possible without freedom for the individual. Thus, the existence of social institutions and all political organizations and relationships are justified insofar as they have for their primary aim the defense and protection of freedom." Kung kaya nga nandyan po sa saligang batas, under Article 3, ang Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is there to protect our people from abuses of power that is given by our people. The Bill of Rights is our collateral, our security, our safeguard against abusive people in the government. As we are all aware, Pastor Quiboloy, a spiritual leader, stands accused. But today, I am not here to argue about his innocence or guilt because that is for the courts to decide. Nasa korte naman po ito. Instead, I want to address the disturbing exercise of power or the use of excessive force in the implementation of the warrant of arrest against him. Mr. Chair, this representation for so long strongly condemns any excessive use of force in pursuit of our official duty. Lagi po akong umapila sa gobyerno, especially to our law enforcers, to be prudent in their actions and remain fruitful to their mandate to serve and to protect. Kaya naman po ang trabaho ng police, to serve and to protect. Hindi po kailanman magiging susi ang karahasan sa pagkamit natin ng hustisya o sa kasagutan sa ating mga katanungan. The continued occupation of police personnel in the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, KOJC,
compound here in Davao and the terror it brings to the community are causes of concern. While it is the duty of the police to serve an arrest warrant, there is no excuse for using force, creating fear, compromising the safety of civilians, disrupting the peace in the community and the face-to-face classes of students enrolled and occupying a place of worship. Ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ is a congregation. Pastor Quiboloy is only its executive pastor. Ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ po ay binubuo ng maraming miyembro, hindi lang po iisang tao. As member of the Committee on Justice and Human Rights and member of this Public Order Committee, I support the intent of Senator Bato de la Rosa and Senator Robin Padilla to scrutinize this PNP operation, which led to the death and injuries of civilians. Alam naman po natin, Mr. Chair, tayo mismo, ikaw naging chief PNP ka. Suportado natin ng pulis hanggang ngayon, pinaglalaban natin ng pulis. And even during the time of former President Duterte, 2018, dinoble po ang sahod ng pulis, ng military, uniform personnel, at pinaglaban natin ito. At full support po kami sa pulis hanggang ngayon po. Nandito po kami, Senator Bato ni Senator Robin, na sumusuporta po sa inyo, lalong-lalo na po in line of duty. Mr. Chair, it is crucial to remember that our law enforcement agencies, particularly the PNP, have a solemn mandate to serve and protect. This mandate is not just a slogan. It is a duty, a responsibility to protect the rights and welfare of every citizen. Mr. Chair, one life lost is one too many. Sabi ko nga, imbis na dapat po yung maximum tolerance po ang dapat gawin ng ating pulis. Kung hayaan natin ito, kung hindi tayo maninindigan laban dito, ano pa bang klaseng pangambuso sa kapangyarihan na maaaring gawin nila sa buong Davao o maaaring sa ibang bahagi ng bansa? Ang tanong ko sa pulisya, ang tanong ko po sa inyo, at tatanungin ko to sa inyo muna. At ano ba ang magiging endgame dito? Hanggang kailan tatagal ang sitwasyong ito? Ano ba talagang endgame dito? As gusto ko rin pong tanungin ng KOJC, ano bang inaasahan ninyo mula sa gobyerno para matapos na po ito? Nandito po ang komite upang makatulong at matapos na po ang standoff na ito. Alam mo, kawawa yung taong bayan, kawawa yung mga inosente, at kawawa yung pulis kanina. Pinuntahan nga namin, tinatanong namin sila, at kailangan lang nilang sumunod sa kanilang trabaho. Ang amin dito is kailan ba ito matatapos? Mas marami pong Pilipino ang gustong mamuhay ng tahimik. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. At isisingit ko na lang din po kanina kasi nag-discuss kayo. To General Torre, pag mayroong mga earthquake, di ba usually ilang araw ba ang lifespan ng, sa tingin niyo, bago na kayo mag-i-end ng inyong search? Pag mayroong bumagsak na gusali, halimbawa sa earthquake sa Baguio, ilang araw usually ang standard operating procedure na sa tingin ninyo tama na, wala nang pag-asang makita yun. At pangalawa, after 13 days, no, do you think sa tingin ninyo kung may tao talaga doon sa ilalim, magsusurvive ba yun sa ngayon? Paano siya magsusurvive? May hangin, may pagkain, may aircon ba doon? Sa tingin ninyo, ano pang pwedeng madidiscover ninyo doon sa ilalim? Kung meron talaga kayong hinahanap doon sa ilalim after 13 days po.
Your Honor, as for your first question, I'm not an expert on the rescue and on how long can a rescue be conducted. However, on the second issue, whether a person can survive in bunker for so long, what we are looking here, sir, is the end-of-the-world type bunker or Magiton type bunker that can support life for extended periods of time. So there's really no assurance, there's really no estimates on how long they can survive in here, because we believe that they can survive for not only 13 days, but more than or extended periods of time, because we're not looking here, sir, at an ordinary makeshift bunker. This is something that is built by somebody who has 2 airplanes and 2 helicopters in his hangar. So among others. So this is something that can be done and can really be built by somebody with stature.
So sa tingin mo, kayang mag-survive ng ilang buwan dyan?
Given enough resources, sir, people can really survive below ground, and which I will cover in my presentation later on, sir.
May kuryente din sa ilalim.
Yes, sir, definitely. Ventilation, current, food, water, all the work, sir. It could be very, very a comfortable life for a person, sir.
And then yung sa unang tanong ko kanina, yung endgame dito, tatanungin ko rin sa KUJC dito. Anong endgame ba rito? Anong in-expect po natin?
That's also covered in the last 3 slides of my presentation, sir. That will be covered. The end game, sir, is really
You can address the question directly.
yes.
We don't have to wait for your presentation.
We will not stop until Mr. Kibuloy is arrested because we're really gonna turn our back against the helpless and voiceless victims of Mr. Kibuloy.
Meaning you intend to stay there forever? Kung forever hindi makita si Pastor Kibuloy?
We have some recommendations in my presentation so that we can end this positively, sir. Because as Mr.
Remember, that compound is not only being used by Pastor Kibuloy. If you believe he is still there, may mga estudyante dyan nag-aaral na hindi na nakapag-aral. May mga nakatira dyan na hindi na nakatira. Pinalabas ninyo doon sa kanilang tinirahan.
Sir.
Meron nag-worship dyan na hindi na nakapag-worship dahil nga sa presensya ninyo. So, you mean to say you are willing to sacrifice all these rights, all these human rights of these people because of your firm belief that Pastor Apollo Kibuloy is still there inside that bunker? Talaga naniwala ka na may bunker dyan sa ilalim?
Yes, sir. Sir, if I may, sir.
Yeah.
We are this tenacious in serving these warrants because there are multiple warrants for this person. One of the warrants came out on August 8, 2024.
Okay, you don't need to discuss those warrants. Alam na natin yung lahat. It is available in open source.
But this is quite something, sir.
Ako mismo, I am appealing to Pastor Kibuloy if kung pwede sana, kung gusto lang niya, I have been a law enforcer before I become a lawmaker. So obviously, my bias is on the side of the law. Since he's facing a warrant of arrest, I am encouraging him kung pwedeng isubmit niya sarili niya sa korte. Pero, again, nasa kanya yung decision na yan. He has all his personal reasons kung bakit ayaw niya mag-surrender. Alam ko yan. Pero, talaga bang desidido kayo na uubusin yung mga araw para lang makita siya dyan kahit na wala na kayo makita?
Please allow us, sir,
Magpagkantay dito. Magpagkantay.
for a comprehensive answer, sir, please allow us to present our side in the presentation, sir. We will answer all of
Okay,
them.
okay. Senator Bongo,
Okay, tanong ko kanina. Sinagot niya, ano yung, tendera kayo ha? Na-miss ko lang yung saging dito. Tugba ng saging kanta. Anong in-expect niyo pong endgame rin dito? Dahil as a Dabawen niyo rin, gusto rin namin ng tahimik na buhay. Ang hirap. Airport, yan talagang isa sa unang daanan talaga ng mga bisita. Yun din ang taga Davao ang dumadaan dito sa Davao eh. Mga taga Cotabato, Region 12, dito yan sumasakay. From Region 10, from Caraga. Dumadaan talaga yan ng Davao. Naging sentro na po ang Davao City ng Mindanao. So ano pong endgame na ina-expect nyo rito? Since nirito yung committee, para sana matapos na po itong kaguluhang ito.
Sir, if I may, we follow the law, sir. People versus Ratso, the Supreme Court said, sir, if you are only armed with an arrest warrant, that cannot be used as a reason to conduct an intrusive search. If there is a search that has to be conducted in cases of arrest warrants, the law requires that there must be a lawful arrest yet, no? And this lawful arrest must precede the search. The process cannot be reversed. What we are seeing here is a classic example of police officers guided by a general, Your Honor, who is conducting an intrusive search without a search warrant. And they are using a single warrant of arrest, or maybe he has many warrants of arrest, which he failed to show us, as a legal license to convert a property owned by a third persons, no? Not even one of the accused. Can we use this arrest warrant to conduct omnibus search, intrusive search, violate the freedom of worship, which is one of the preferred rights under the 1987 Constitution? Philippine Blooming Mills, we teach that to our students. And there must be clear and dangerous tendency test. There is the dangerous tendency test. There is clear and present danger. Yet they are preventing our clients from using the same. are we saying that just because you have a warrant of arrest, you are now continuing your search there and violate even the most basic of laws that in People versus Ratso, you can conduct a lawful search only if there is already an arrest. Ang proseso kasi hindi nababaliktad eh. Hindi mo gagamitin yung arrest warrant para mag-conduct ka ng intrusive search and unending and continuing. Their belief na reasonable belief daw, no? Yung reasonable belief, ang contemplation ng Supreme Court dyan ay may A1 ka information talaga na nandun sa isang particular area and defined. And you don't have to conduct a search because if you will use an arrest warrant, no, as a
Alam
justification.
mo, Atty. Torion, I have to cut you short. You need not explain that to them. Alam nila yan.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alam nila yan. Ako magpaputol ako dito ng 5 kamay ko kung hindi nila alam yan. 5 daliri ko kung hindi nila alam yan. They know that. Alam nila yan. Search incidental to a lawful arrest. Alam mo yan. Kailang basic, advanced, basic. Lahat yan pinag-usapan palagi yan. But I don't know. Why? Why? Please continue the endgame.
Your Honor,
Endgame nyo, anong in-expect nyo rito?
as an executive minister of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, our rights are being violated. The missionary workers are suffering too much. Isipin niyo saan ka makakakita na ura-urada, isi-search nila yung mga tirahan ng mga missionary workers, particularly sa mga babae. Kahit anong oras, kahit madaling araw, may naliligo, may natutulog. We suffer that too much, Your Honor. Hindi na kami makapagsamba. I even talked to Mr. Torre, together with our lawyer. Nakiusap ako, saan ka makakakita na ang may-ari ng property nakikiusap sa mga intruder? I asked him, please allow us to use the cathedral even for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is our anniversary celebration. It's very important for all of us. Many kingdom leaders lumipat para dito. And then, and Your Honor, this is...
General Torre. Marcelo, na ba tayo ngayon dito?
Sir, I think we have finished the discussion on that matter amicably, and they have agreed that they will do their celebration in the plaza because actually, sir, they cannot fit everybody in the cathedral. There was with the president,
Your
vice
Honor.
president in attendance. There was more than they're claiming to be expecting more than 3,000 people. So let's put an academic point, sir. The real intention, the first and foremost real intention for their September 1 celebration is really outdoors in the plaza, in front of the big red walls.
Right.
We're belaboring the point, sir.
Your Honor, ang tanong dito, kami kasi yung may-ari. Bakit ngayon kami na ang magpapaalam at magmapakaawa na gagamitin yung worship namin, bahay namin yon, private property po yun. Ang problema, nagpapaalam na kami sa pulis. Ano ba talaga to? Yung tanong niya, totoo na ba? May martial law na ba talaga tayo ngayon, Your Honor?
And the worst thing, Your Honor, kahit na yung podium namin, pulpit, hindi nila inalaw na ilabas.
Your Honor. Kasi wala na kami magawa, so napilitan kami kalabas. Huwag siya magrason-rason na marami kami. Marami talaga kami. Eto pa, inabukasan. Kasi nung anniversary namin, nandun si VP Sara. Kasama namin. All of a sudden, so early in the morning, naka-on na naman yung kanyang LRAD. Galit na galit. Hindi namin alam ano na naman. Nabulabog na naman yung compound. Ganun na lang. Kung tinatanong niyo po ano ang endgame na in-expect namin ngayon, tigilan nila, lumaya sila sa bahay namin. Kahit sinong bahay niyo, lahat ng mga armadong pulis na nakatira, umiihi doon, dumudami doon, natutulog. Sino ba naman we cannot last that long. Nagpapasalamat lang kami. Naturuan kami ng aming mahal na pastor. Palagi kami ang nagpapasensya. Kahit i-play nyo yung ilang video namin, ako ang palaging nagsasalita na hindi kami lalaban. Huwag kaming lumaban kahit anong gawin ng mga pulis kasi yun ang pinagbilin sa amin ng mahal na pastor namin. Kasi kung hindi, patay na kaming lahat. Sa totoo lang, ano ang endgame tong pangatlong hearing na to? Na lumayas lahat ng pulis sa pamamahay namin dahil wala na silang karapatan na to stay there 1 minute longer. Because we know after this, aapuso na naman sila. And hopefully, Mr. Chair, yung meron pang natitirang mabubuti at matitinong mga officials ng police, marami na pong mga open letter na lumalabas. Marami na din talagang diskontento doon. Meron pang nagsabi sa akin na police, ma'am, hindi lang kayang matutuwa kung makaalis kami dito, mas lalo kaming matuwa kung makauwi na kami. Sir, Mr. Chair, we are appealing not only as KOJC na yung property namin, simbahan yon, bahay namin yon, nilusog, kirubkob, namatayan na kami. Ang mahal na ng mga nagastos namin sa lahat ng mga nasaktan. Ano bang nangyayari sa bansa natin? Ang pulis mismo who vowed to protect and serve the people and they have sacrificed their life for God, country and people are now our oppressors. They are now killing us slow by slow. Araw-araw ganun. So, pag uwi namin ngayon, nandun pa rin yung mga pulis, nandun pa rin yung mga SAC, pumasok na naman sila, bubuksan na naman nila yung butas kasi hindi itigil ang general na ito kung hindi niya makita dun sa lupa. Ano pa ba? Ano pa bang meron? Meron pa ba kaming pag-asa? Senator, mga lahat ng mga leaders natin at buong bansang Pilipinas, may pag-asa pa ba ang bansa natin kung mismo itong mga police abusive? At saka walang, sir, ganito palagi, walang naninindigan. Alam nila, sabihin lang nila, inuutusan lang ako. Even General Torres said, wala akong magagawa kasi galing sa taas. What will happen to us? What's going on in this country? These people vowed to serve God country. Kami nagsiserve din ng God and country. Pareho tayong Pilipino. Ba't tayo nagkaharap dito? Somebody else is orchestrating and somebody else is mastermind on this. Sir, Mr. Chair, Senador, lahat kayo na nandyan, this has got to stop. This is the end game that we want, that when we go home, please, tinatawagan na namin ang lahat. Sino bang nag-utos sa taas? Bakit hindi mapaalis? Ang TPO, hindi niya sinusunod. Nag-appeal kami sa Court of Appeals, dinidismiss. Itong si DOJ Remulla, kakasuhan niya yung judge na nag-issue ng TPO. What do we expect from this country now? And nobody of these officers are standing up to the truth. Nakikinig lang sila kay General Torre. Nakikinig sila sa lahat ng kasinungalingan. Frankly speaking, sir, I did not want to attend the third hearing anymore. I don't want to be subjected to more lies. Na Polcom, DOJ, Asensya na, DILG. Sir, alam niyo yan, nakadalawang hearing na tayo sa Manila. Nag-promise si Marpil, okay, we will go to Davao and make peace. Wala na kaming checkpoint and everything. Eto na pangalawa, si DILG Secretary, nag-promise din, di ba sa harap niyo, sir, hindi po kami sumisisi. Pero sinabi niya yun sa Senado. Aayusin niya. Kinabukasan pupunta siya Davao. What happened, sir? Where are they now? And lumalala yung ginagawa nila sa KOJC. Ulitin ko po uli. Hindi kailanman tumatakas si Pastor sa batas. Because Pastor has taught us we will not be like this. If Pastor did not teach us and inculcate in us the truth, ang katuwiran, ang kabutihan, ang pag-ibig, hindi basta-basta ang dinadamdam namin. Andito yung mga pulis, pwede ba may manindigan kahit isa? Wala na ba talagang boses? Wala na ba talaga tayong batas? Please lang, I'm appealing to this honorable body. Wala kami narinig. Ever since June 10, namatayan na kami ng dalawa. Ngayon namatayan na naman kami uli. Sir, yun lang. Can you please let them just go out of our compound? Kasi alam ko, Abuso, meron kaming intel. 21 of September, magmamartial si Torre. At forcefully, paalisin kami lahat. Hihintayin pa ba natin yan? Hihintayin pa ba natin mga puno na lahat? Ang mga kingdom citizen, may mga dugo na talagang dadanak. How long can we hold on? How long? How long will the suffering continue? Because of the abusive brutalization of police. Ang tao na dapat naming asahan na mag-protect sa amin. Sir, they are terrorizing, brutalizing, abusing.
Thank you.
And not
General Torre.
what's happening.
Yeah, thank you. General Torre. You can sit down. You can sit down. Narinig na natin ang lahat ito. Is the decision to pull out your troops within your power?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, nobody is ordering you to stay put and nobody is ordering you to continue on with the illegal search.
I always consult with my superior, sir, but the ultimate decision falls into my shoulders, sir.
Okay. Nakikita ko na. Narinig mo na lahat. Kaming tatlo ditong senador, they're appealing to you to please give these people peace of mind. Ibalik sa kanila yung property. Hindi mo kayang gawin yan?
before I give the answer, sir, can I make my presentation so that I can comprehensively address all the issues?
Mamaya. Ngayon lang, tatanungin tayo, when will you present your presentation? Kasi alam mo, ganito yan, Nick, ganito yan. If the decision is within your level, as the regional director, alam mo, if we have a government agency under the executive branch of government that does not listen to the recommendations, to the pleas of this committee, of the Senate committee, we have a government agency that does not follow court orders. We are therefore creating a situation na masasabi natin there is a constitutional crisis. And are you willing to place your name as the very person that caused the constitutional crisis?
I don't think that is applicable in this case, sir. If you will allow me, before to answer my question, to answer your question, before that, can you allow me to present?
Be very liberal to you.
Thank you, sir.
Be very liberal to you. Even though you are not so liberal in interpreting the court orders. Pero pasalamat kayo dahil ni-revoke ng Court of Appeals yung TPO coming from RTC. But I will be very liberal to you. I will listen to you.
Mr. Chair?
Huh?
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
May I speak? The KOJC have spoken. The church has spoken, but the children are still not speaking. I represent the 6,246 children of the JMC. They have not been able to go to class. They have to go homeschooling, causing chaos in their families because their parents cannot work, causing uncomfortableness to the children because they cannot learn the best way that they can, which is supposed to be in school. And we know that after COVID, that face-to-face is still best. And they cannot do that, especially for the medical students who need hands-on practice. Children are supposed to be zones of peace. Senator Bongo was asking, what is the end game? For the children and for the parents, the end game is they want to go back to school, but they cannot because the basement of their school is being used as treasure hunting. So, sir, my plea, General Torre, please, sir, listen to the children. If you will not listen to religious leaders or to lawyers, listen to the plea of children. Please, sir, get out of JMC so that at least they can already study peacefully. Let them remain zones of peace. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Nakiusap na, may-ari na yan ang property ha, nakikiusap sa inyo. You are occupying their property. Sila na mismo nakikiusap sa inyo. I don't know what more, sir, please can be, that, what are other pleas that you want to hear before you act accordingly.
Sir, may I
But please, patapusin muna natin
Sir, may I add something, sir?
Yeah.
At 1:14 p.m. this afternoon, right after you finished your ocular inspection and when everybody pulled out, the police came back in force. So they are back there, sir, in force. I have pictures here, sir, on my cell phone to prove it.
Thank you. Thank you for that information.
Mr. Chair,
Please continue.
yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
So the information that Attorney Dina provided you, what does that say, Mr. Chair? No, what the intent of General Torre is to deceive the senators, so that when you went there this morning, the place was so different. Maybe 75% of police were gone. So that
Then, apalkahin natin magplakate
Yes.
dito. Magplakate dito. Kung tayo naglulukuhan dito din.
Mr. Chair, naglulukuhan po.
Lukuhan
Naglulukuhan
natin.
tayo dito,
Gawin
Mr.
natin
Chair.
ito. Ganun ang gusto nila.
Mr. Chair, pwede ko bang paano lang pa-play yung video para makita mo, makilala mo kung sino yung nasa kaharap mo na kumakausap sa'yo. Nasa iyo lang nagre-respeto pero sa mga simpleng ordinaryong mamamayan na kanyang unang mandato ay wala siyang karespe-respeto.
Please play the video.
About sa digging na yan, allegation ni Attorney Torion yan, let him prove that. Wala akong sinasabi muna dyan sa mga bagay na yan, sapagkat yan ay allegation nila. Let them prove it. Yan ang gusto nila. Sige, let them prove it also.
Pero may photos and videos.
Ilabas nila yung nagbigay ng photo at ipakita niya ng, alam niya, batas paano yan? Ilabas niya yung taong nagbigay at bigyan niya rin ng sworn statement kasi kaya kong gawin yan sa loob ng Photoshop.
Sa loob ng
Dito, Mr. Chair, napakaliwanag ng pag-admit niya sa inyo. Pero sa publiko, wala siyang pakialam, wala siyang respeto sa Pilipino. Pwede siyang magsinungaling ng hayagan. Mr. Chair, just to answer your question, Senator Bongo's question, what is the end game? The end game of the people of KOJC, of which I'm not a member of, but I've come to learn to love them, is the end game of every Filipino. At the end of the day, you just want to go home, you enjoy your family, you just want to worship your God in peace, you just want to sing and dance because they are a group of people that want to sing and dance. But even those simple pleasures have been taken away from them because of this petty tyrant, General Nicolas Torre.
Thank you. Sir, Atty. Torion, para sila
Your Honor, before I proceed, Your Honor, we have, I do hope General Torre will not deny this. The Proton Elect, Your Honor, is a very powerful equipment. I think this came from abroad, probably the US. I'm not sure, but we did our research. It's from abroad. It can detect the bunker or tunnel underneath. And can you please ask him, Your Honor, because they were using this Proton Elect, and accordingly, we have credible information that the readings were negative, that there are no, because they conducted the test even before they entered. There were no tunnels and there are no bunkers or tunnels underneath. Can we ask him point blank, Your Honor?
Atty. Torion, kahit na hindi natin siya tanungin, klaro mo talagang walang existence yan. Kasi kung may existence ng tunnel na yan, after 13 days, nakuha na nila yan. General Torre, you react.
Sir, that's part of my presentation. That will be answered in the slides, sir, I assure you, sir.
Okay, bilisan natin. Are you willing to forgo with your presentation para matapos
Mr.
natin ito?
Chair, excuse me, Mr. Chair. Yeah. Did I understand it right that you would cite him for contempt if you caught him lying?
Yeah, if he's lying before this committee, I will cite him in contempt.
He lied, Mr. Chair.
Why?
With that video, he said here na he denied it here that there wasn't such a video.
Paano niya sinabi?
Sinabi niya na wala pong video, wala pong press con na ganon. Hindi siya nag-press con at di niya
Did you
dinay.
say that? Walang
Read it
walang
back.
press con na gano'n?
Can we ask the record, sir, to
Yes,
be back the
please.
transcript?
Please.
Kumsik, check sa records.
About sa digging na yan, allegation ni Atty. Torion yan, let him prove that. Wala akong sinasabi muna dyan sa mga bagay na yan, sapagkat yan ay allegation nila. Let them prove it. Yan ang gusto nila. Sige, let them prove it also.
Pero may photos and videos din.
Ilabas nila yung nagbigay ng photo at ipakita niya rin ang, alam niya ang batas, paano yan? Ilabas niya yung taong nagbigay. Bigyan niya rin ng sworn statement kasi kaya kong gawin yan sa loob ng Photoshop.
sa loob ng
In the interest of time, habang binabackplay niyo yan, we will continue para makuha ng oras.
September 1? Okay.
Dr. Banoy, I just would like to tell you frankly na if General Torre is lying before this committee, as I've said a while ago, I will not hesitate to cite him in contempt. But please, do not, how do you call this? Wag mong i-incite yung chair na i-contempt siya. Kasi magiging, let me decide. Let me decide. As the chairman of this committee, I know if he is lying or not.
Yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
that's why playback ko yung records para malaman natin.
Yes,
Huh?
Mr. Chair. Mr.
But
Chair.
please do not keep on urging me to cite him in contempt.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you for that. I will not hesitate.
Okay, we are now on day 9, Your Honor. This we already explained that some of the religious programs and sports fest were cancelled on the ground that our request to use the cathedral and other places there were denied. And then at 4 a.m., Your Honor, the police even placed caution tapes, yellow tapes around the KOJC Cathedral, Your Honor. We felt that this is an act offending religious feeling because there is no proof that a crime is being committed in KOJC Cathedral. Until now, they have not presented proof that there is in fact a crime there, yet they have proceeded in placing yellow caution tapes, Your Honor. That is done in order to scare us. That is done in order to harass us so that we will not go near and they will have an excuse to arrest us if we will go inside the yellow caution tapes. September at 4:20, Your Honor, there was a commotion because Police Colonel Roel Flores, Your Honor, insisted for the removal of the maze of tires that were used to regulate the entrance and exit of the people at gate 18 of the compound. Note, Your Honor, that under the civil code, even if they have a warrant of arrest, they still have to respect the property rights of the KOJC members, Your Honor. They can do certain acts within the property because they know it. And then at 5:27 a.m., Your Honor, Colonel Marantan told us that his superiors would not allow the usage of the KOJC Cathedral and that we were forced to use instead the plaza. But I think you know that because of vagaries of nature, we could not use it in the morning and in the early afternoon because of heat. Next slide, please. And then here we have a sort of a confirmation because one of our lawyers managed to sneak in and take a picture that they have already converted indeed the cathedral as an advanced command post. And one of the Facebook posts there on Facebook, Your Honor, and there was this post which seemed to imply that this advanced command post is really being used for purposes in order to offend the religious feelings of the faithful, Your Honor, to merit a reaction that would give them reason to arrest the members, Your Honor. Next slide, please. And then still at 9:30 in the morning, they again post